And we're here in Module 4. The purpose of this lesson is I am going to help you guys map out 12 months of content. Now, you're not going to be actually creating the content in this lesson. That's what we're going to talk about in the next lesson. But I want you to have an overview or a map that generally gives you an idea about what type of content you're going to create for the next 12 months. Now, a tip before we start on this is it is so important to always keep your customer in mind. So you could write out description, words she uses, anything, post that above your desk so that you can just leave it there, because keeping your customer in mind is the number one most important thing you need to do when you're creating content. Keep in mind that your content map can always be adjusted and modified as you move through the year, but having a strong content calendar will keep you on track for creating new, consistent content. So we've got 2 sets of worksheets for you in this lesson. The first one is a 12-month brainstorm. There are 3 questions I want you to think about as you fill out this worksheet. The first question I want you to ask is, what is your customer thinking, doing, and feeling that month? The second question I want you to ask is, where is she right now in that month today, and how can you meet her where she is? And the third question I want you to ask yourself is, where is she going in the future, and how can you help her? You can just brainstorm all of the answers to those questions on that worksheet, and it's going to start to give you some ideas for content. An example of this is, let's say that your ideal client is a mom to small kids. If it's August, her kids are going back to school and she's going to feel very hurried. She might want some back to school tips. She might need some encouragement, or she might want to celebrate with you once her kids are back in school. So that's an idea about something that you could brainstorm that's going to meet her where she is. So put all of that stuff on your 12-month brainstorm worksheet. After you've done that brainstorm, you're starting to get the juices flowing, it's time to schedule your content. So the next set of worksheets you'll find in your workbook is a 12-month set of worksheets for a calendar map. Here's how I want you to use that worksheet. Step 1, you're going to want to label your calendars and then add in key events. So this includes any pertinent holidays, because you can't reschedule Christmas, any type of launches or product releases you hope to do that year, any sales or promotions you want to have, any type of series or social media challenge that you might want to do. A big important note here is your personal life dates also need to be on your calendar map, on your content map. This is important because we want you to build a business around your life and not a life around your business. So make sure you've got all your kids' school schedules, community commitments, family vacations, things like that built into your content calendar. The second step I want you to do is I want you to distill from the previous brainstorm exercise into monthly themes. So this is going to help you keep your content cohesive if you're tying every month back to a consistent theme, and it's also going to give you a filter for making decisions on what content to put where on your calendar. Step 3, also using the brainstorm from the previous worksheet, go in and add filler ideas in your calendar. Think about what your customer is thinking, doing, or feeling at each point on that calendar, and think about what you want to challenge her to think, do, or feel, and then plug in that content idea. Don't be afraid to give her encouragement and reminders to meet her right where she is as she needs those encouragements and reminders. Remember that you are trying to position yourself to be a guide on her journey. So don't be afraid to tell her why, show her how, teach her what. Also on this worksheet, you will see that there is a section for making some notes down the left-hand side. This is what my team and I use as a things to talk about each week list. So here is where I write down themes, any type of promotion, any type of event that's happening that I need to be talking about that week. It could even be something that's launching in 6 weeks, but I need to be teasing about it right now. So that's what I use that list for creating spontaneous content and to help keep me focused on the stuff I need to be talking about. Don't forget, your goal in creating content is to help your ideal customer. So always go back to her and figure out what she's asking for. You can use the answers from your survey to help you in this process, and make sure that you've addressed her questions, her needs, her problems in your 12 months of content. Here's another good thing. It might take a lot of work to get this all done the first time you do it, But once it's done, you're going to be able to duplicate it year after year with a little bit of freshening up. The consistency is going to be awesome for you and your team, and it's also going to be something that your audience will come to rely on, and they will love participating in it as well. So that includes the end of this lesson. As always, if you have any questions, you can click the link below to submit that in our form, or you can post in Slack. I'll see you in the next lesson.